Okay. Okie dokie. Alright. Okie dokie. Alright. Okay. What is this? Oh yeah. Epilogue. Was that always there? I don't remember that. Maybe I'm silly. Oh. I see. Intriguing. Where'd I get the wood? Where's the bucket? Okay. My chair. Okay. Okay. Is this because I found all the Stanlerines? Hmm. What's that? Uh...
Jim. Jim. Jim.
Okay.
Jim. Jim.
Is that the one I was just at? Or
Jim.
is that where I'm going? I don't know. Oh wait. This is great. I liked that. That was a lot of fun. You're welcome. Oh. Hi. Yep. Sure is. Okay. Okay. Uh. Um. Uh. I like that one. No. Yeah. Uh. I like that. That's nice. Ye yeah, that's good. The what? Thanks. Sure am. What's that? Uh. Oh, that's... No. Uh. I really like the sliders. I hope there's more sliders. That was fun. A little car. There's a little car. A little car.
This is the story.
Yeah. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
What? I shut the computer off. Okay. Uh-oh. I feel the need. Can I shut off all the computers? There's one on in there, though. Can I get in? Will he say something if I keep trying to open the door?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What if when I go through a door, I try to go back?
Yet there was not a single
Oh.
person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
If I want to go back in here.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No
Okay.
reason to still be. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I got the feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. See, that's a lady's purse. I remember not remembering content from a long time ago. I have memories of getting a Stan Lorraine here. Sometimes this door's open, other times it's not.
Stepping into his
No.
manager's office, Stanley was
I
once
wanna
again stunned to
out.
discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Let's see.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a
Yeah.
stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did
Can I
he
go
feel
further
this
down?
now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Whoops, nope, never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
Neat. Okay.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office.
It
Exactly
is.
the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow! I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
Okay.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
I don't know. I must be smart.
Surely this time Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor, won't he? Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
Same. Wow.
Oh my God. It's the boss's office.
What?
This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a timeout here for a minute while I process this.
It's drinking coffee.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No! No, wait! No! I need more time to process.
So do I.
All right. I have fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality.
That's
As
good.
before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
I wonder what I should do next.
Of course. Going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
Hmm.
You know what? I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley.
Yeah?
You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator.
No,
but
we
the
don't.
suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill.
It is.
Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious. so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow? There
Okay.
we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley, it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started.
Yeah.
Where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises, to have to think and to anticipate and then to marvel at the eventual reveal? This is storytelling, Stanley.
Yeah.
What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years, and it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley, because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role model, you know? People look up to you. Which is why, oh, I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you, so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life.
That's
Yes,
nice.
I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Oh, good.
Where's
we're
this?
here. Okay,
I didn't want to be
the room
here.
where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
Okay.
Ah, yes, here it is, just through this door. All right, are you ready? I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry, you'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley. Okay, it looks like they're ready for you. Go get 'em.
Break a leg, champ. Okay. Oh. Well, thanks. I don't like it. It's too much for me. I see.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
You don't have a window. Neither do you. Can I get in there?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Perhaps.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Think it's possible?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he
Hold on.
wasn't fired years ago.
I'm gonna go down here again. Okay. Huh?
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path. You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you? What a silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording? It was all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you. Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more
I don't think there's anything.
exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do.
I don't think that was anything. We could have taken the bucket there. I could have taken the bucket there. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley picked up the bucket and smiled. He'd never be alone again, not truly alone, not with the bucket around.
I wanted to get around the door.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly
Let's
to his
try
chest
to-
and entered the door on his left.
Hold on.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office. Heading to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
I bet I can. Ah, come on! There it goes. I don't think there's anything in here. Unless I wait for an hour or something. Alright.
Stepping.
Well, I did it. Oops. Yeah. It changed colors for a second. I see. Input received. What does that mean? Ooh, that's not my office. I see. Escape pod. Why would I need one of those? I should have done this without the bucket, I guess. I want to know the not bucket one first. Oh well. Oh. Oh. The bucket. I can't go with it. I guess. I can't go with it. It's the bucket. I'm stuck. I can never leave. Never. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could
Well.
it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
The bucket's gone. Ooh. Intriguing. Okay, let me go do it again.
When Stanley
Without the
came to a
bucket.
set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping in.
Yes. That was way easier than the first time. So, without the bucket, what'll happen? Where will I go? Where am I escaping to? This is intriguing. Is this the end? The end of the line for Stanley? Hmm. Hmm. Is it? What is he? What if the bucket's still here? It's not. Oh. Hmm. Oh.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I don't know.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Maybe. Maybe.